would you like your own personal life coach? Well, guess what? You have one now. Every Monday morning at 7:30, it's time for your Monday morning motivational moment. Kick off your week just right. Monday mornings at 7:30 on 103.9 FAS-FM. 103.9 FAS-FM, 7:31 right now. Time for our Monday morning motivational moment with our life coach, Lorraine. Hey, Lorraine.
Hello.
So I have a question for you. Okay. So I have had a handful of listeners who were listening all last week say, you know what, my schedule changes during the week and they never get to hear you on Monday. So they were excited to hear you later on in the week. So what I think we should do is have you on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 7:30, because that is true. People have a different schedule on Monday sometimes than they maybe have on Thursdays and Fridays, depending on children. I even had one of our salespeople said the same thing. She goes, I loved hearing Lorraine because I don't get to hear on Mondays because I'm up at a different hour. And, you know, radio listenership changes usually about every 7 minutes or so. People listening at different hours hear different things at different times. No one's listening to a full 3 hours of radio, but time frames change within. So do you want to do that?
I love that.
Oh, yay!
Oh,
perfect. I'm so glad. So that way people that miss it on Monday can still get some kind of a, middle of the week motivation, and then Friday heading into the weekend, and then we kick back on Monday. So we'll just call it the motivational moment instead of the Monday morning motivational moment.
Oh, that is so perfect.
Perfect. Okay.
This is perfect for what I was going to talk about today.
Oh, good. Because we'll start that this week. So you'll call in Wednesday and you'll call in Friday at 7:32.
That is so fabulous.
Perfect. Okay, and how does this fit in? Because what a coincidence. I love it.
It's not even funny. Okay, it's just not even funny. It always happens with you like this. I don't know how.
It's kismet, right?
It is. And I plan these, I think about these things.
You do.
They're very important, and I know that they affect people, and it's an opportunity to really do some good out there, so I give it a lot of thought.
Good.
And then magically, you've led into something.
Perfect.
And this is it. Experimentation leads to serendipity.
Okay. Experimentation leads to serendipity.
Yeah. What
Okay.
do you think when I say that? Now that I've said, oh my gosh, that ties in so well.
Well, serendipity is supposed to be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this just happened, and it's supposed to be random, but when it's something random that was actually supposed to happen, maybe in the universe, maybe it's destiny, maybe it's fate. So that's hard for me to grasp that experimenting something that's supposed to be random.
Oh, I love you.
So I don't get it.
You're so awesome. You're so right that the part about serendipity, it refers to chance discovery.
Right.
It's that unexpected surprise, right?
Right.
And when you experiment with things, you may have an idea of how things might go, but there's going to be those things that you didn't expect.
Right.
And that's the chance discovery. And these discoveries are about you and how you can be happier. You find new ways of doing things, new things that you like, new aspects of yourself. And these are very good things to discover. But the problem is most people have a pretty low tolerance for risking a mistake. So that sort of puts a quash on the willingness to experiment.
Right. Change, in general, we don't like change. We want things the way they're supposed to be, and we want something to come out the way we're expecting it to come out.
Yeah.
So,
well, that's why experimenting is that other way of changing. Because when you experiment, it's temporary. It's just going to see how things go. You haven't actually committed to anything. It's just an experiment.
Just seeing what's going to turn out. What's going to happen? How will this work for me?
That's right.
Okay.
And so last week, or that whole week that we did motivational moments all week, who knew that people would say, look at that.
We want to hear her more because we can't hear on Monday because that's not how our schedule works. I know, I love it. And I do totally get that. I mean, I do totally get that. With kids or whatnot, people have maybe a little bit of a different schedule, or when they get in their car to head out to work, versus, and most people listening are listening while they're driving for morning. That's why it's called morning drive. And then middays are when people are listening at work, and then afternoon drive is when people are driving home, and people leave and, come and go from work different times. So I'm glad you're willing to do it too, and I like this experimental serendipity. Thank you.
You're welcome. I want everybody to start with something small this week.
Right.
Go to a different grocery store, something like that.
Okay.
And while you're doing it, look for those chance discoveries and observe the effects that those discoveries have on how you feel.
Okay.
And I want to know, I've captured all our moments, and I have them all in a library available on peacemakercoach.com. So
Peacemakercoach.com. Okay.
Go there.
I love that. Peacemakercoach.com. So maybe you can only listen on Mondays to the motivational moment. You can catch the Wednesday and the Friday at peacemakercoach.com.
There you go.
Perfect. Lorraine, thank you. We'll talk to you Wednesday.
Love it. Thank you.
Love it. Thank you. And let's get out to how would you like your own personal life coach? Well, guess what? You have one now. Every Monday morning at 7:30, it's time for your Monday morning motivational moment. Kick off your week just right. Monday mornings at 7:30 on 103.9 FASFM.